What a glorious day for Indian cricket it was, where Generation Next stamped their authority on this team. A tremendous seventh wicket partnership of 123 that may very well define not only this match, but indeed this series. Harsha, you must be so proud of your Chargers.
Well, I wish they were my Chargers, but they played when you get to my age, everyone's a charge in that sense. What it told me was that there is far greater depth to Indian cricket than we imagined. It's just a question of people finding the right opportunity. And to be honest, when Rishabh Pant was out, I thought there's the series going with it, because with a new ball due and just one wicket away from the tail, and you saw the tail is really a tail, you thought, hang on, we're talking lead of about 150, thereabouts, 150, 170, maybe a lead of 290, 300 by close. You're starting to think like that. But how good was Washington-Shardul, and how good was Shardul Thakur? And they weren't surviving. They weren't just playing all kinds of shots. Shardul Thakur's cover driving on the up was just wow. And Washington-Shardul batted like a batsman. We all say he started life as a batsman. That was when he was 16 years old, not playing against Cummins, Hazelwood, Stark and Lyon. So he batted like a batsman. And I think the biggest tribute I can pay is it looked like 7 and 8 could have batted elsewhere in the order and not looked out of place.
The very fact that Washington-Shardul, the way that he played, he hasn't played a first-class game since 2017. Sorry, make that 2018 when he was 17 years old. It feels as though he's just a kid, but the way he bats like a seasoned veteran. He's one of only 5 players who have come to Australia and taken 3 wickets and maybe 50 on debut. That puts it in historical context as well. It's a very hard place to start your career. He did it with the ball. He's done it with the bat. He's the one that laid the foundation.
It's a forbidding place for a finger spinner. I'm sure if he enjoys his numbers, if he's studious type, you'd have seen the bowling averages of figures like Harbhajan Singh and Graham Swan, vastly accomplished off spinners. Ashwin on his first couple of tours, and then he makes his debut. Forbidding place, bowls well as an off spinner, which is the one track in Australia where Asian players haven't done well. Brisbane. Goes out to bat in Brisbane and scores a half century. You could say the attack was tiring. You can say what you want. I'm not willing to listen to a word. He just looked like a batsman. He was leaving the ball. He was swaying, bending his knees, letting the bouncers go through. I was very impressed. I really do want to be a fly on the wall in that dressing room. I really want to know what's in the water they're drinking.
However tired they may have been, 186 for 6. I think we've all seen how that one goes. We said yesterday about the familiarity of a Brisbane Gabba test match, especially for touring sides up against it, up on the ropes. But you would never have known it by the way that Shardul Thakur batted. Some of those drives down the ground, you talked about the cover drive, but one of his drives down the ground was positively Tendulkar-esque. The shot he played to get to 50, where he takes Nathan Lyon over long on, well into the stands. This is a man who played one test match who may have thought he may not play again. He may have thought that, look, with the fast bowling stocks that India have got, his one test match where he bowled 9 balls and broke down, that might have been it. It might have been an anomaly. But the fact that he stayed on the tour as a net bowler, gets his chance, takes it with the ball. He wasn't going to not take it with the bat. 6 first-class half centuries before today, sure. But this is different gravy against Cummins and Hazelwood especially, and Stark and Nathan Lyon in his 100th test match. They had 3 men on the rope on the leg side for the duration of his innings against Nathan Lyon. That shows you the kind of statement he made early on by going at Lyon. It was a great contest at different points in time, but nevertheless, the fact that he won it convincingly in a test match he could have never expected to play. It's such a wonderful story.
It is, and he's a veteran in a sense. If you define a veteran as someone who's played a lot of first-class cricket, he's been thrown into situations. I remember being in the West Indies, he took the white ball, and all of a sudden he started looking at each other saying, he's stockily built, but that ball was hitting the bat. He's had, as you said, 6 half centuries before. What was his first scoring shot? It goes over long leg for a 6. First scoring shot. He's not certain he's going to get another game for India as an all-rounder. He's just going in 180 for 6. Guess what? He hits one there. What is the shot that he gets to his 50 with, as you just told us? He hits a 6 over. He goes over long on of Nathan Lyon. You look at that 67, it says of 115 balls, strike rate 56. That also tells you that he could defend. But it's the shots that you remember. And that shot on the rise of Mitchell Stark, don't play another shot in your life. Don't, because you can be happy playing that one shot. So I was very happy at the composure that they showed to go from 186 and keep the lead down to 36 or 33, whatever, 36, 33 was fantastic. I mean, it's 54 ahead. We cannot lose sight of the fact that Australia is still ahead in this game, leading 54. The weather's not great, but I was very, very proud. So you see down this tour, there's different people who stood up to be counted. I mean, one day it's Vihari, one day it's Ashwin. So back to the wall is normally uncomfortable. India liked the feel of the back to the wall.